cracking, folks? Oh, what's going on here? I'm doing nothing like that right now. Wondering if some of you might be on at the moment. Let's wait and see. I hope everyone's having a good night. See if they're going to even notify anybody that I'm up on right now. But yeah, we got somebody up in here. Oh, what's up, Lone Wolves? Hey, man. That's crazy. You're the first one up in here. Well, you know how you were sending me stuff, right? Pretty steadily. I'm going back because I couldn't see them all at once, obviously. So I know you're like me. You're like, he'll see them eventually, right? So I go back. When I got time, go back, look at one, look at another one, look at another one, look at another one. So that's what I've been doing. And I got caught up on all of them, and it just kept saying that you had sent me something new there. And I would click on it, and nothing would come up. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is it doing that? And I was like, okay. So I went back and looked. I'm like, make sure I seen every one of them. I'm like, yeah, I seen every one of them. Like, what the fuck's going on? So then I turned my phone off, turned it back on. It still stayed like that. And then so I said, okay, let me delete the log and see what happens. So I delete the log, and then it was gone. But yeah, that's why I sent you the message so you knew why it was deleted. You feel me? That's what it was, right? You were faster than the algorithm. Ain't that some shit? that's some shit right there. I never thought about that. I never thought about being faster than the algorithm. That's a hell of a concept right there, Lone Wolves. You're opening me up. You opened my motherfucking mind up just like that. It's crazy. Okay, making sure my son wasn't knocking at the door because he knows. He's out there with my niece and my brothers and stuff, and he knows if he needs me, he just knock at the door. Or come right in, but he's respectful, so he's always knocking. No, people have been telling me, like my niece was asking me about Discord. I'm like, I joined a while back, but I don't know how to do nothing on there. I've never accessed it. You feel me? I'm fucking stupid when it comes to technology, bro. And that was by choice, you know what I'm saying? Being an old motherfucker, being like, nah, I don't need technology. I don't need this. I mean, obviously, I can do the basic shit. But when it comes to like I could do the YouTube, and I don't even know how to fucking do Instagram shit. Like I know how to post stuff, but I don't know nothing about sharing videos or making shorts there or none. I don't know none of that shit. I'm not hip to it. So YouTube is the only outlet that I'm capable of fucking using. To where, you know, I can do what I need to do. And I'm just like, all right, you know, I mean, I'm just here. Yeah. All right, cool. That's something new to me. I hear about Discord all the time. It's like some other chat shit, right? Like a lot of other, it's always popping and there's always shit going on. A lot of chatting going on. A lot of laundry and shit getting thrown out there, right? It's like the raw fucking, chat rooms and shit like that is the only way I could describe it. On Instagram. All right. I think I seen that before I logged out earlier. Yeah, man. It's crazy, right? Like, I don't know if you guys saw the shit with Ice Cube. Like Lone Wolves, did you see the shit with Ice Cube? Like what's going on with him right now? Now, it's significant because I think it's another distraction because they're trying to get people not to pay attention to what's going on with Trump and to what's going on with other shit like Ukraine and what's going on with China and Russia and other countries, right? And I think they're trying to keep us really, really distracted. So now Cube came out saying that they asked him about Diddy, right? And Cube used to be a real political activist motherfucking type of MC back in the days, right? You know, if you remember his old shit, he always had some political shit up in there. I mean, the fucking hand of the dead body or the one he did with, is it the hand of the dead body? It is, right? With Ice Cube, right? And Scarface? No, it's not that. Gangsters don't live that long. That's, nigga, don't believe that song. That nigga, yeah, that's not hand of the dead body. It's another, man, I'm so fucking old, I forget it. And I had the album. Forget the name of that one, but Ice Cube had a bunch of political shit, right? But over the years, I've wondered, like, okay, like Snoop has made it to this point, right? Dre made it to this point. Eminem, I'm not gonna say Eminem. Eminem's not the mogul like Dre became before Eminem, right? So without Dre, there's no Eminem. And but that's not a shot at Eminem either. It's just saying like the ones who started it, right? You got Cube, you got Dre, you got Snoop, and then you got on the East Coast, you got Jay-Z, you got Diddy, you got Nas. Everything basically, when they talk about the gatekeepers to the industry, it's Snoop, it's Dre, it's Jay-Z, it's Diddy, Cube. To me, that's the gatekeepers of hip hop right there. The iron fist. It's a motherfucking fist. And these motherfuckers control everything. So the reason I bring that up, because Cube has always been against the grain, especially when COVID came out and he was under fire with his big three and shit, right? Well, he came out and they asked him recently what he thought about what happened to Diddy. And there's a lot of shit out there going on right now, Lone Wolves. I've seen a tons of shit. So I dislike Eminem, but yeah, same here, bro. I'm not a stan, bro, but I'll give him his in certain songs and certain areas of hip hop. I'll give him his. I'm not, but I'm not a stan or nothing like that. But yeah, Cube came out and said he thinks that Diddy was targeted. That he thinks that Diddy was targeted, right? And what he's saying is, no, hell no, you can't forget Pac. But what I'm saying is the ones who are alive, bro, that withstood the West Coast, East Coast war and all that, right? The ones who persevered like Snoop, Diddy, Jay-Z, Nas, Dr. Dre, right? All them persevered. Look where they're at now, right? Now, Cube said that he thinks that Diddy was targeted. And if you understand that response, then you read between the lines and you're like, he's basically saying, hey, there's a lot of motherfuckers that are doing it and been doing it for years, but they're strictly fucking with Diddy because he fucked up with them. Basically, Diddy fucked up with the elites, with the motherfuckers that call the shots in the entertainment industry and run that whole umbrella because everything's categorized, right? Different motherfuckers doing different things, right? So Cube, I believe, Cube is part of the same group. Cube is part of that gatekeeper. He's part of the gatekeeper, gatekeepers. He's a gatekeeper for that industry power that runs everything, which is Snoop, Dre, Jay-Z, Nas, Diddy, and fucking Cube. And you could throw Short and 40 in that now because they've been around for so long and they're so tight with Cube and Snoop and Dre. Do you understand? So Cube throwing that out there is trying to get in the media, get people to notice, and trying to take heat off of Diddy and make him look good. And to me, that's out of Ice Cube's character. To me, that's letting me know that he's playing with the elites and he's on that same side. He's on that side that wants to knock Triggity Trump off his block. They're all on that side. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Like, all that whole same team is controlled and ran by the same whole motherfuckers that want to knock Trump off. It's all connected. It's so big, right? It's so big. It's all together. Yeah. Because it's a give and take with the occult. It's a give and take. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you this, but you're going to go do this. Yeah. I'll give you this, but you're going to go do this. And you know what, Cube? You've been afforded a good life in your family and you've never really had to try it. You've never had to sacrifice anyone that we know of, right? Was the last sacrifice Eazy-E? I don't fucking know. But it's like he's due. It's like Snoop's due. They're all due. And slowly but surely, the real's coming after him. Hey, Lone Wolves. Hey, what's up? Chris Woodson. Trump. What's cracking? Hell yeah. Lone Wolves, Chris Woodson. Thank you for being up in here. Hey, see, oh my God, there's so much that I want to touch on. I got to stop because I'm bouncing all over the place. Let's talk about Trump. Real quick. Donald Trump I was watching the rally today, right? I seen parts of it. And I'm like, even if you don't like this guy, you got to admit the guy is good. The guy's good. You know, he knows how to talk to people. He knows how to connect with them. He's shooting the shit straight forward. People can see it. We can feel it. And you respect the dude. And you see it for what it is. It could be a psyop. It could be legit. It could be not legit or whatever it is. But one thing is, we're living in one of the most important times in history of this world and the United States. Because what's coming down this road and coming down the pike, it's on and cracking, bro. Because look, yes, Lone Wolves, it was. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it was an inside job. Is it a coincidence that if you pay attention to all the interviews that come out and they ask people like Snoop and Cube and Daz and Corrupt and Dre, right, and Diddy and other people that either knew him briefly or knew him at the end or knew him at some point that are still cool together, which is that nucleus of Snoop, Dre, Diddy, Cube, all them, they all kind of say the same tone about him. They give him his respect, then they cut him down with a cheap shot somewhere. Like you seen recently, Cube cutting down Pac. Cube was cutting down Tupac about the diss. Oh, I'm one motherfucker took down 4 niggas. Or, you know, excuse my language, but that's what he said. I'm one motherfucker took down 4 niggas. And he said Tupac needed a team to get at Biggie. How do you say that, bro? Pac, when it comes to disses, Pac put the Outlaws on. He was putting his boys on with that. Like, you guys ain't even on my level. I don't even got to come at you with a full song. I'm going to kill you with one verse. Think about that. Yeah, Cube. But here's another point I like to make. When Cube left, there was really only one legitimate rapper in NWA, and that was MC Ren. Eazy-E wasn't writing raps. Dre wasn't writing raps. DJ Yella wasn't writing raps. MC Ren was, and DOC was here and there. So when Cube talks about he took out 4 rappers or 4 whatever, no, bro, you took out one legitimate MC, which is MC Ren, and you had 2 other guys rapping and one helping with the production, right? Which was Yella. And they were all setups, bro. Eazy-E, Tupac, Biggie were all setups. Because look at this. If Eazy-E doesn't die, okay, Pac don't die, Biggie don't die. Let's just those 3 right there. The landscape of hip hop would be so different right now. Eazy-E would be where Dre is. Is it a coincidence that Dre got that spot? Whose spot do you think that was going to be? Let's do common sense here. Where Dre is right now and where Snoop is, whose spots are those? Where Diddy is, whose spot is that? Where Jay-Z is, whose spot is that? Think about it. Big L, Biggie. Where Jay-Z is, Big L is. Where Diddy was, Biggie should have been there. Where Dre is, Pac should have been there. I mean, Easy should have been there. And where Snoop is, that's where fucking Pac should have been. Do common sense, bros. You see what I'm saying? It's common sense, but people think, oh, but Suge this and we don't know who the shooter was. You guys don't understand. It was an inside fucking job. The feds were watching when everybody was killed. When Pac was shot, the feds were fucking watching. When Biggie was shot, the feds were watching. The government knows, they just do not want to put it out there. They want to keep the illusion that Pac's still alive. Is he? I'm not saying he isn't, because there's some shit that I've seen and heard. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say I know Pac's family personally, no. But I met numerous people in my past that were close to Pac, like some of the Outlaws, like other rappers that knew Eazy-E and had met Pac that were on the label. And I've asked questions to them, even Suge. And there's always a grin on their face when they're talking about it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. There's always a grin when they're saying, oh, man, Pac gone, Pac dead. But I've heard Suge before say that Pac was still alive, and we all have. I've heard him on more than one occasion say that. And it's just one of those things, though, bro. They all know. The government knows what happened to Easy. The government knows what happened because they were all involved in every one of them. The government was involved in every one of those. They were assassinated. Eazy-E was injected somehow, some way, either in the hospital after the fact or before or something with the AIDS virus. That we just don't know who did it and where it happened, but people got that and they know that that's what it is. Pac, they were trying to kill Suge and Pac. They weren't just supposed to, they were actually supposed to kill Suge. And Pac was there. They're like, we'll hit his ass too. But people are going to tell the stories the way they want because they were told to tell the story that way. Ooh, I'm drinking lemon water. And some of that lemon water was a little bit too strong. I had to mix it up a little bit more. Jesus, I don't know I put that much motherfucking lemon in it. But yeah, man, I mean, think about the landscape of hip hop. Okay. Do you think right now, this is an interesting conversation. If you like rap or hip hop in general, or you're just interested in the conspiracy of it all, let's say it like this. You got the album. Yo, what's up, Big Mo? I see you in the house, bro. Lone Wolves. Hey, and there's a few others I can't see. What's up to you cats too? Chris Woodson. And hey, Big Mo, we're talking some conspiracy right now with Pac, Eazy-E, and Biggie. And I was gonna say this. I'm saying this, Big Mo. The government knows what happened to Eazy. They know what happened to Pac, and they know what happened to Biggie. Bottom line. For sure, we know they know because they were involved in all of them. The night Biggie was killed, they were being watched by the FBI. The night Pac was shot, they were being watched by the FBI. Government had their own hands in what happened to Eazy. That's a whole nother story. But look who's got the big spots in hip hop. If Biggie's alive, who's got his spot? Diddy's got Biggie's spot. Whose spot where Diddy is, whose spot was that? That was Biggie's. And where Jay-Z is, whose spot is that? That's Big L. Where Dre is, that's Eazy-E's spot. We already know about how Eazy-E before his death, he was developing a video game, which eventually became the idea for GTA. He was developing headphones that you could listen to when you're writing your raps or something just to listen to rap. What a coincidence that Dr. Dre came out with that years later and all that with the headphones and all that, right? Now, yeah, Keefy D, man. I'm going to tell you like this. Keefy D's the one that did it. Keefy D's the one that shot Pac. Keefy D is the one that shot Pac. You heard it again. Keefy D, Dwayne Davis is the one who shot Pac. It was not Orlando Anderson, and it wasn't, they keep calling him Big Dre, but it's Freaky Dre. The big dude, the 400-pound guy who could barely fucking move. They said it was a kind of a big boned arm, but they didn't say it was a swole arm that came out the car. Keefy D at that time wasn't a skinny dude. He was kind of a solid guy. But Keefy D don't want to say he was the trigger man because he was afraid that he'll go to prison for life for it, that he'll get arrested for it, right? But there's a big connection to Diddy with all of it because Diddy did have $1 million hit on Suge and Tupac. He had a hit on both of them through the fucking Southside Crips, which is Keefy D, Dwayne Davis, Baby Lane, and all them. Yeah, Keefy D is from Southside Crips, Southside Compton. It's more like Eazy-E's side of Compton. He knew Eazy-E as well. Keefy D was a big-time drug dealer back in the late 80s and 90s in Compton. In Compton, he was a big-time coke dealer. Southside Crips, that's Baby Lane's uncle. Orlando Anderson, who the one that they say is the trigger man, but he's not. It was Dwayne Davis. It wasn't Orlando Anderson. It was Keefy D. But the whole thing is, if Biggie was alive and Pac was alive and Eazy was alive, where do you think they would be in hip-hop right now? What place would they have in hip-hop? Easy would be where Dre is. Pac would be where Snoop is, right? Come on. Biggie would be where Diddy is, and Big L would be where the fuck Jay-Z is, holding those spots down. Do you understand why all of them had to die now? Not to mention the fact that they weren't going to roll over and play with the powers that be, let's say. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I firmly believe that it was a play between Dre, Diddy, Snoop, Jay-Z, okay, and Cube in some respects to get some of these motherfuckers out the way. So they collaborated with the government. And I believe the government knew what was happening when it was going to happen. That's why they never did anything and act like they never saw. Because there was some government officials and cops, LA cops, dirty LA cops that were involved in the hit with Biggie. But it's all through the same pipeline. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Lone wolves. Yep. Hey, man. If there's one thing I've studied a lot about in hip hop, it's what happened with Biggie, what happened with Easy, what happened with Pac, and everybody who benefited off of their deaths. Think about that. Everybody likes to say that Suge had something to do with Pac, right? What happened to Death Row after Pac died? What happened to Suge after Pac died? Suge lost everything. Who gained after Pac's death? Dre's career was over. Snoop's career was over when Pac was alive because he was going at him already. He was tired. He was done with him. He was calling Dre gay and all that, and he was getting ready to get on Snoop. There was a lot of shit going on because Snoop had basically at that moment, come on, how is it that at the moment Snoop tells Pac that he's basically cool with Biggie and Puff, the next night or a couple nights later, he's shot in Las Vegas? Come on. There was a lot of moving parts and shit. Very orchestrated, intricate, a lot of moving parts. But when there's a lot of money involved, motherfuckers will get it done. That's Big Mo. Before you came in, that's what I was saying right there. If they're all part of the same group that's trying to take Trump out. The same group, the same movement. That evil, Luciferian, satanic energy is what it is, bro. Us folks on this side, we're not of that DNA. We're not of that same DNA. That is the split there. You feel me? That is why they think that they are greater than us. And some of them are of the same DNA, but they've been fucking misled and they've been taken hostage. Like the Ice Cubes, like the Snoops, like the Dre's, they've sold their soul. They sold us out, bro. When people say sold their soul, they just think their soul. They mean everything about them. You now serve them. You now have to do what they tell you to do, or your ass is grass. And then when they get in so deep, they ain't turning back now because they ain't gonna have shit. If they turn on the powers that be now, they ain't gonna have a motherfucking thing because then we see who they really are. So we ain't gonna fucking fuck with them. We're gonna want to fucking do something to them, right? All the athletes and entertainers and shit like that, and they use us to make them rich, man. They use us to make them rich, and they don't give a fuck about us. They don't care. It's the same movement, though. It's the same group of motherfuckers that are involved with Pac, Big, and Easy that are trying to get Trump, and that's a hell of a point there, Big Mo. Great minds think alike. So much shit. I see some shit, man. I'm like, motherfuckers talking about that Trump's been indicted for moving his head during an assassination attempt. Ooh, I was laughing. I was like, damn, that was a good one. Trump has been indicted because he moved his head during an assassination attempt. Tell you, man. The thing is it's not even about parties no more, right? But the thing is with the Democrats, it's in their name. Demons. Dema. They think they're demigods, right? Demonic. It's in their fucking name. It's in the name. And it's just crazy, man. It's a lot of shit that I seen today. Did you guys see Trump talking about that Heritage 2025? Because my brother was asking me about that, right? My brother was saying that, hey, man, some of the Republicans, they're drawing up this thing called Project 2025. It's going to affect Social Security and Medicare and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was looking it up and I was like, oh, fuck. And then Trump actually spoke about it today. I don't know if you guys seen that, but he brought it up about Project 2025 because he said some people are putting misinformation out there that that's Trump's idea and he's the one that's putting it out there. When he said he don't know anything about it, that he knows who is the ones that are drawing it up, but they are, he said, just like you got left-wing radicals, you have right-wing radicals. They're kind of the opposites, right? And then you have everything in between. He's like, well, those are right-wing radicals that are drawing that up. And he's like, it's horrible. And I don't know anything about it. And I don't want to know anything about it. You know what I mean? And my brother was asking me about that. Yes, sir. That's right, Big Mo. That's right. That's straight up. How you guys doing this evening? Anyways, I got 4 of you in here right now. How you guys doing, man? How's everybody doing this evening? As for myself, I'm doing okay. My back pain's a minimum right now. Getting ready to go on my run here in a little bit. But yeah, the thing, man, the same movement, the same group of motherfuckers that try to take out Trump is the same pipeline for all those assassinations. Even you can go all the way back to JFK. Yo, what's up, Aaron Davidson? What's cracking, brother? It's the CIA. Let's just call it what it is. It is the CIA that's behind all of it. Come on. When JFK was president, he wanted to abolish the CIA. He was done after he let that be known. Nice, bro. I ate some earlier, Big Mo. My sister-in-law made some bomb-ass tacos and stuff for us. And some rice and some beans, everything homemade, man. And it was bomb. It was my cheat meal for the next 3 weeks because I won't eat like that again for about 3 weeks. But it's really, really good, bro. Bomb as fuck. Bomb as fuck. That old school cooking. And she's at Tejana like my mom was, you know what I'm saying? And, my mom had that Tex-Mex. And then we went to California and then she mixed it with that and made up her own little get down. But yeah, man, Raiders. The motherfucking Raiders, bro. I seen a report today again, dude. Again, I was on Instagram and this fucking Niner page came up and it was a fresh fucking report from like 2 hours before I seen it. And it said the Raiders need to act on this move now. And it showed Brandon Ayuk to the Raiders for Devontae Adams. And I'm like, look, motherfuckers, like you motherfuckers and your clickbait. Like, I get it, man. Like I say it all the time. I get it. But at what point do these motherfuckers not get called out for it? The clickbait. To keep you there. They're like, they think that subscribers are like crackheads, right? And I guess we kind of act like that in a way with content sometimes or some shit we like, right? But we're not crackheads. And we're not stupid. You know what I mean? We're not dumb. We know that you're just fucking clickbaiting us because you've already done it about 100 motherfucking times. So I'm not going to go in there and watch that shit. Oh shit, Lone Wolves, it's hot, it's fucking humid as fuck up there? Or down there in Florida? Where you at in Florida? South Beach or Tampa or the Keys or some shit? Big Florida. Yeah, man, and I'm just tired, bro. Like, it was a Niner page. It was like a Niner creator. So I went up on there and I said, look, bro, obviously, you motherfuckers are just stupid or you can't read. But if you ain't been paying attention, you've been living under a fucking piece of shit somewhere on a fucking cow pasture. You've been living under a motherfucking cow patty in a cow pasture somewhere. I'm about to turn this shit on. If you've been living under a snail, under some dog shit by the doghouse or wherever the fuck you've been laying and you're not paying attention, Davante Adams is not being traded anywhere. There are no trade talks. His motherfucking agent and himself have already said he's not going anywhere. And all the talk about that Aaron Rodgers said he looked forward to playing with Davante again. So people are like, oh, he's getting traded to the Jets. He's not going anywhere. What Aaron Rodgers meant is if shit don't crack off in New York this after this season, if they don't get to where he wants to get to, he's still going to want to play. And then see how the Raiders quarterback position looks, right? See how it pans out with O'Connell and Minshew and with the season, what happens. And who knows, he may be wanting to come and sign for cheap with the Raiders to play with Davante and maybe work a quarterback competition if that's what it is, and they're drafting again. Or who knows, if O'Connell's strong and we don't have that, that's what he was meaning. That's what he was talking about. Yeah, sometimes I'm trying to be funny, Aaron, and sometimes I'm just being myself. But you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things, man. I seen some other shit up there today. Like where they're just throwing a lot more, there's a lot more shit coming out, right? On the left side. And then it's being countered by the right side. And then there's everything in the middle, and it's just kind of flying all over the motherfucking place. It's just kind of flying all over the fucking place like monkey shit. It's almost like orangutans are just hanging out, just sling shit across the room, and motherfuckers are in the middle going like this. And that's what happened with Trump, in my opinion. Metaphorically, an orangutan slung some shit at him, and he didn't get hit solid. He just got dinged up. Yeah, Aaron, it's stupid, right? It's dumb. It makes no sense. I'm like, bro, like something. If you want to keep your viewers there for a certain niche, right, or whatever they call it, niche or niche, whatever the fuck it is, niche or whatever the fuck, then talk to them. Be transparent with them, be straight. But these motherfuckers post a lot of clickbait and they post a lot of bullshit just to keep people watching, and then they read halfway through it and you're like, man, this is fucking garbage. What the fuck? I'm gonna come back with a few more of these videos though, where I'm narrating the plays. You know what I'm saying? I might do some Jerry Rice and Tim Brown. I might do some Rich Gannon highlights. Might even go back and do some Napoleon Kaufman highlights, because I think people need to remember, even though we haven't won a Super Bowl in so long and we haven't been a contending team in so long, but when people say the Raiders suck, who did they have? They didn't have nobody. That's why they suck all these years. We still had some great players, man. We still had some great players. Yeah, man, you guys make some good points, man. You guys definitely be on your shit as I read back through there. And it's it's crazy, man. There's so much shit going out there. And then right now I'm noticing not much. We're not hearing shit about. Before this shit with Trump, they were monitoring the nuclear subs from the Russians, and they're keeping an eye on them and all. We ain't heard. I ain't seen nothing about that. I ain't hearing nothing about Putin and all. They had their little reaction or whatever, but I ain't really hearing much about Putin. You ain't hearing much about China. You're not hearing much about North Korea. Everything's been kind of drowned out by what's happened to Trump. Do you think that's by design? Do you guys think that's by design, or it just happened as coincidence? Yeah, man. It's just a crazy time. It's a crazy time in the world. There's a lot of shit going on, things cracking off at the same time. a lot of ducks falling off. A lot of ducks have been put up a row, and a lot of them are getting knocked down. And I think that's what's most alarming for people. These ducks that have been sitting up here just getting knocked the fuck down. Getting knocked down, bro. But you know what? I'm going to hop off right here real quick, and I'm going to hop back on about 9 o'clock, folks. 9 o'clock Mountain Time. Those on the East Coast, I'm sorry it's so late. Those on the East Coast, I'm sorry it's so late. When I pop on, I try to pop on a little bit earlier, you know what I'm saying, here and there. But usually I pop on so late because of where I'm at, right? And I kind of forget about the outside of the world, you know what I'm saying, the outside world. And I kind of just, just lock in. But I'm going to be back up in here about 9 o'clock. You guys want to pop back up in here, which will probably be like another 40 minutes or some shit. And we'll chop it up some more and get into some more shit. There's something else that I wanted to talk about. And until then, thank you guys for being up in this motherfucker. And I'll see you in a little bit. Peace.